Players, Smash fans everywhere, we have quite the special treat for you today. We have gathered the best Wendy mains across the planet to this remote location off southern Japan for the Wendy Invitational. Stu, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic, Chia. The fact that we have gathered so many of elite smashers to this one place on this remote island that I'm not quite sure that we're going to get off of.
I'm not sure either.
All right, that's something you really should have figured out beforehand, but regardless of that, we have gathered all of these people here today for one purpose, to find the best Wendy alive.
No second place is going to cut it here, Stu. We had over 80 entrants invited to this tournament.
84 were invited.
4 remain.
4 survived the trip.
The other 76 people, I don't think they're going to make it off the island.
I don't know if did they even make it here?
They had to invite Stu. All right, listen, you look at changes like Simon and Richter or Daisy and Peach, they all have very minute differences, but we in the lab have discovered that Wendy is the best of every Koopa Kid, and that is why we're looking for the number one player here to demonstrate the skill and really push this meta. That's why we're here.
Exactly, and really it takes only the best of the best that can really master the technicality, the physical specimen that is Wendy. Yes. And of course, we could have a full breakdown of what this character is all about.
No,
but frankly,
not here.
No, not here necessarily.
The breakdowns have happened already.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
On the way here, in fact.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
So this game's been out, for a month so far? These players have been mentally training for over 6 months for this.
Absolutely. Yes. Preparations, bearing themselves to extreme heat and cold. Some real David Blaine-esque things happening between these competitors to make them the warriors that they are today, these gods amongst men that walk among us.
So let's go over our tournament format here. We have 4 players remaining. Those players are Moosh, Ragnite, Chia, and Zant. You'll notice that 2 or 3 of those players are currently involved in production and playing because we are down to that few people left on the island. Everybody else here, they don't have what it takes.
Exactly. No, everyone else here have pretty much resigned themselves to the fact that they came out to this island and are just not cut out for it.
They're not.
They may not actually ever see anyone else ever again.
I don't think they will.
No, probably not. It's pretty tough. It's a dog-eat-dog island.
Speaking of dog-eat-dog, we are currently in the midst of a top 4 single elimination bracket, and with 4 players remains, that means we have 3 sets to go. We have 2 winner semis and 1 grand finals. Okay, so let's go over the tournament bracket here. In our first winner semis match, we have Moosh versus Ragnite. And on our other winner semis match, we have Chia versus Zant. The winners from each of those will move on to the grand finals in a final best of 3 set, and the winner of that will be crowned the best Wendy player in all of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Absolutely.
We're going to move into our first match of the day, Moosh versus Ragnite, so let's prepare ourselves for the battle here.
I asked Ragnite, was he mentally prepared? He said yes.
Good.
And then he just stared at me for 15 seconds.
Moosh, we already heard his thoughts on it. He said he is going to make a magical escape through this entire bracket, better than David Blaine ever could.
Absolutely, and then he did call David Blaine a bitch, and claimed that he would steal.
Someone get Blaine's publicist on the phone.
Yeah, honestly, we would absolutely love to have David Blaine on this remote island of ours.
Yes.
Mostly because we're pretty sure he could help us get off of it.
Why? Our players here have chosen some very appropriate tags. The number 1 Wendy, only bested by the number 0 Wendy. And here we go with our first game, winner semis of the Wendy Invitational. Let's go.
Of course, Moosh, famous for placing number 0 at EVO with Wendy.
Yes. All right, so these names and players can be a little complicated here. What we're looking at here is the red player, shown by the regular brightness Wendy, is going to be Ragnite, versus the other Wendy with a slight little darker brightness there is going to be played by Moosh, the number 0 Wendy, as he claims. So Wendy's a character compared to other iterations of similar characters. You'll notice that she uses a wand for some of her aerials and up airs and such rather than a fork. I like the choice of that. Her magic set is much higher than her physical set. It's going to lead to a lot of really good interactions here compared to other characters. But that doesn't matter. It's a ditto.
Absolutely, a lot of special defense. I mean, pretty much the Hypno of Smash. But as we're thinking about it, pretty much the most magical of any character by the virtue of her using a wand. I don't even know what character could even come close. Certainly not any Goddess of Light or sword wielding, book wielding, whatever that nonsense is. I'm sorry. Do they have a Koopa card? No, they do not.
Nope. Also, my mistake, but it seems like the brighter color Wendy is the blue port here. So my mistake. But that means that Moosh is taking an early lead here with some impressive use of both the cannonball moves, the up B moves. There's a lot of techniques here that Wendy has that players haven't discovered yet. And this is why we are recording this for you guys, so you guys can learn what to expect here in other more sane events.
Exactly. When you're going up to whatever local that you have, someone who is disrespecting Wendy, you can go up and they say, oh, Wendy's such a terrible character. You have full disclosure. You have a blank check to straight up smack them in the face and say that you are wrong, because I witnessed one of the greatest tournaments of all time.
Yes.
And this number 1 Wendy taking on the number 0 Wendy, and that is when they have to apologize for you, and when they say, how could I ever make this up to you, that's when you pull it on them. They have to buy you dinner at that point. You're pretty much legally contracted.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? That's the rules. That is the rules. You have to buy them dinner. Once they disrespect Wendy, that is absolutely what you must do. That's the only way that you could possibly repent.
I wasn't even aware of the rules.
No, oh my gosh, really?
So,
how many free dinners have you passed up, Chia?
I don't care, I'm still in bracket.
Fair enough.
So here we go. Number 0 Wendy versus number 1, and I think the it's all friendly banter and trash talk, but I think the tastiest part of this is when one of those has to go home and tied for 3rd place. They will neither be 0 or 1.
No, that's true. And so when you go home as the actual number 1 Wendy, and we look back on this footage and we see the tag number 1 Wendy, you're absolutely right. It's going to be absolute chaos, pandemonium, a melee, if you will.
Whoa.
What?
Melee? Yeah. Oh, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah, no, there are scrolls that speak of it. The forward smash takes the 2nd stock.
Yes. So here we go. We saw originally Moose take the early advantage here, but Ragnar has pulled up from behind, and he's starting to take a really good lead here. Impressive use by the cannonball there to take out the clown cart approach. Really, this is such a close match. Both these players are so incredibly skilled. I don't know how many hours they've put into this character. Some say too many, some say none.
I'm pretty sure that they said that they spent 3 months training this character in this game. Now, some could call that a blatant lie, but we know for a fact that they have transcended the limits of human space-time travel.
Stu,
that they have.
It's the mental preparation.
Oh, that's true. That's right. They meditated and practiced the Wendy meta in their intense heat sleep deprived meditation.
Yes.
Practicing this matchup. It's been absolutely nuts for them. But of course, they did also go forward in time and train with this game.
Oh, totally. Yeah. As expected. If you didn't, you have no right being in this tournament. But let's take a look at how this match closes out here. We have Ragnite at a fresh 0% on his last stock against Moosh here at dangerous percent. We're going to see if Ragnite can close this out, because you never know. It's always possible for a comeback to happen. Oh, but the Mecha Koopa little explosion there sends off a little bit. But really, Ragnite just needs a solid kill move here, but he can't get it.
And which is such a shame. It really says a lot about Ragnite if you can't get a kill move with Wendy, clearly the most superior character in all of Smash Brothers history.
I was thinking the same thing.
And probably video games, if we're being completely honest.
Yes.
And I'm including all bosses. I'm including all NPCs or whatever. I mean, even more so than that. Oh my gosh! And again, the cannonball coming out, fire away, says Ragnite, and eventually that kill move comes out. And the wand of Wendy, I mean, what a magical moment for Ragnite, casting a spell and making it 1-0.
Yeah, Ragnite's going up 1-0 here. Moosh has a lot to bring back, and if he wants to win this series, the best of 3, Ragnite only needs 1 game left, where Moosh has twice the amount of work he has to put into this to finish off the sets.
Moosh, of course, who finished number 1 at EVO at 2021. Again, as I said, time travelers.
Time travel.
Yeah, beating Zero in that best of 5 set by a score of 4-0. He just beat him that soundly that he won that they officially counted it as 4 games. And of course, in his championship interview where he called David Blaine a bitch, he then came back and said, yeah, actually the Tampa Bay Rays, they folded and they actually became an Overwatch League team.
My takeaway from all that is I am so happy that EVO 2020 switched to the best of 7 format, and that's why I had the 4-0 in EVO 2021.
No, that's best of 5. The 4-0 is like, no, we can only do this way. It's the only way the future can know. They were not prepared for Moosh. Who could possibly have done so?
Guys, save me. Here we go here on our first stock for Ragnite versus Moosh.
Oh, the forward smash coming out from Moosh.
Remember that Ragnite is sitting in a currently very comfortable 1-game lead here, and he's still up in percentage right now. He could be seeing a really easy ticket in the grand finals here. You know what? Moosh looks like a pushover compared to this.
Oh, that's incredible to think about. I mean, he did go forward in time to become an EVO champion, but that doesn't mean that he can do everything. You're absolutely right. Ragnite, who knows what powers that he possesses? Probably the one to wait a second. What? I'm
Are
getting,
you okay?
No, I'm getting word. Wait a second. Ragnite did what? How did he go forward and take the title away from Moosh?
Listen, every hero has an anti-rival.
What in the world? Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. For every yin, there is a yang. For every Ben, there is a Jerry. You're absolutely right, Chia. This is absolute madness. And what we are seeing right now...
What we're seeing is a beautiful play by Ragnite.
Exactly. What we're seeing from him is just proof that he could very well be the best Smash player alive.
Let's slow it down a tiny bit here. What do you think are some good kill options for Wendy? Because I'm seeing a lot of trouble for Moose closing out these stocks. And, you know, we can provide some of the information, too. So what are you thinking are some good kill options besides, like, the Cannonball we've seen here having great success so far?
I would have to say the forward smash because it drills.
Yes.
Got to think that Cannonball, the fork, the Mecha Koopa.
Of course not that strong. That's a juggling
tool. The back air, the up air, the neutral air, probably. I'm not sure. Frankly, pretty much everything because you don't know. Are you underestimating Wendy right now? Is that what I'm hearing from you?
Oh, no.
Wendy will brook no discourse, Chia.
I know all the answers. I'm only presenting them in a conversational meeting with you for our fellow viewers at home.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. First of all, that felt a little accusatory.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, just so we're clear. Secondly, I am pretty sure, however, that pretty much every single thing that Wendy does is at least in some sense magical. That wand is a little nutso.
That's what I was saying earlier. I love the wand choice. It's better than basically any of the other Koopa kids.
Let's talk accessories. That bow, fabulous.
The rings, I'm not a fan of them. The
wristlets?
The wristlets, yeah.
I mean, I feel like the wristlets are okay, but in conjunction with the hoops, it might be a little much. But again, I don't want to incur the wrath of Wendy, so I'm just going to say that they're just gorgeous.
I disagree, but sure.
Is that lipstick, or is that just her lips? I'm not really sure.
I guess we'll have to interview the winner and find out.
No, you're right. There's only one way to know for sure.
All right, great grab there by Ragnite here. If Moosh wants to stay in this, he needs to get a kill pretty soon. I want to see him rack up some damage, preferably with some up airs. It's a shame that Ragnite fell out of the up smash there. I think Ed's going to be very key in this matchup here. They're going to be able to recover kind of decent with side B, and but you got to attack out of the up B that comes after. Did you know that whenever Wendy jumps out of her Koopa car, that the character without the car actually has a lower weight and can be knocked away easier?
That makes sense. It's also been documented that the clown car, being an autonomous being, is actually just trying to escape the wrath of Wendy. Who knows what that clown car goes through with Wendy? I mean, it's,
though how the up B destroys the clown car.
Yes.
Time travel brings it back.
That makes sense. And wow, okay, all of a sudden this is getting tied together. This is some Final Fantasy stuff. and beautiful from Ragnite.
Ragnite.
A 2-stock victory. And I mean, what else can you do? I mean, except bend time and space to your will, as Ragnite just did.
Yes.
Whew.
What
you want it over the top. What do you want from me?
Stu,
Yes.
I have just received a very important word here. That entire first set,
Yeah.
dream sequence. The entire time, Moosh was winning.
I thought we were cutting to a dream.
You know, it's just the way the internet works out here on this island.
Seems to be that way.
You know, the players were swapped. I thought they were correct. You thought they were correct. Even the players thought they were correct. But that whole time, maybe it was just a ploy by Moosh the entire time to make us think.
Yeah,
that Ragnite was winning.
I mean that's what happens when you have a Wi-Fi signal run by a single power generator and a guy just kind of praying really hard. Like that seems to be what it's run by.
Which guy?
I see. That's what we're trying to figure out. He might actually be a psychic. I'm not sure. One of the people that we brought was psychic, and we just didn't know.
All right, everybody. So we are going to go into our next part of the bracket here. We have myself, Chia, versus Zant, both playing Wendy.
Definitely going to be interesting. Who do you predict will win?
Oh,
I have no idea what I'm stepping into right now. Yo, you didn't know I'm the best Wendy in the world, right?
Yeah,
Like, I've been labbing Wendy like since before the game came out. Like I've been showing everyone Simon,
I know.
but like
3.5 years before the game came
Yeah.
out, was we all know you bent space and time to your will
Yeah.
in order to open up a portal, and not only that, win Evo 2021, which
with Wendy only.
with Wendy only,
Yeah.
exactly. And then when also it was impressive you doing that with the single Joy-Con. That was
Dude, it's so much fun to play that way. Like seriously, I highly recommend playing single Joy-Con. Try it for once.
Absolutely.
It's actually it's not as bad as you think.
It is absolutely better than sacrificial amputation of your pinky. Folks, joining us once again at this time, Moosh. And I gotta say, you winning that set against Ragnite, absolutely incredible. How did you do it?
Well, the first thing that happened was, I had to first realize what I was doing, and then I had to remember who's the best Bowser Jr., who's the best Morton, Yoda Cage. So I just started pretending I was Yoda Cage, and that's all you need to do. Just think that you're Yoda Cage, and you start playing like him, and you win.
Yeah, and of course, the differences between Morton and Wendy are vast. For example, Wendy has earrings.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Wendy's. She looks a little bit. She's the most meanest looking of the Koopa kids.
Absolutely. No, that is absolutely fierce, what we're seeing from Wendy. Hashtag fierce. I should have said, that's what I meant to say at first. I apologize for that. Up smash from Wendy. Holy smokes.
Number 1 Wendy is Chia, and Zant is number 0 Wendy.
That's true.
So he was on the PR before, but he was out of the region for the last PR. So like that's why we still put him on as number 0. I mean, honorable mention.
Yeah, fair enough. Zant, of course, whose psychic powers are in fact running the stream on this remote island off of southern Japan.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how he could do that.
I don't know how you claimed ownership of this shack, but we're pretty sure that it has asbestos in it.
I mean, the landlord hasn't come here in like 6 years, so like we just come here and the internet's and the Wi-Fi and the power still works, so we just play Smash, man.
That's absolutely amazing.
Oh, nice fair. Not gonna kill.
That's the American dream.
little friendly damage there from the Koopa.
The crowd firmly behind Wendy, cheering for her against Wendy.
I mean, I definitely would think that the way it sounds here is Wendy's definitely the fan favorite.
No, I mean, you would have to think that here and, of course, everywhere, for those of you who are watching on your on the devices that the government has certainly by now implanted into your brains that stream video directly into it.
Yes.
What a forward air.
Yes.
Back air.
Oh,
excuse
okay.
me.
There.
Oh, what a beautiful dare.
That was a
To
nice
confirm.
dare gimp there, I have to say.
Absolutely, and you saw what happened there. First he did the dare, and then he killed him.
He did. That is what happened. Yo, so in this matchup, I really think what you need to do is up tilt, get up tilts, and that starts your up air strings. It's almost like she plays like Mario, or like Mario is kind of similar in the sense that he wants to juggle you in the air with his up airs. Same button for her.
Don't even compare that
Wendy?
trash-ass character
I mean,
to Wendy.
What
The
Mario?
goddess.
You saying Mario's a trash character?
Like, obviously.
I mean,
literally every character is a trash character compared to Wendy, though.
you are not wrong. But we do have to give Mario some credit because without him, none of this would be possible.
Technically, Game & Watch.
I don't think Game & Watch could have pulled all this off. Mario's the only one that can do it.
You're just saying that because he's black.
I mean, you're not wrong again. And Chia
What
is
a
gonna
win
take
by Chia!
that. Clean 2-stock. You notice how her little rod is like everyone has their rod from Super Mario 3, right?
Yeah, it's a wand.
I never noticed that. The wand from Mario 3, right? Like you have to collect the one you collected after beating them. I never noticed that's what she's using.
Yeah. You ever notice her necklace?
No.
Got that from Flurry. Paper Mario that was in the door.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played that game in so long that I would honestly believe that.
No, Wendy.
Wendy's not in Paper Mario 1000 Year Door.
No, but Wendy got it from Flurry.
Oh.
Canon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she killed her for it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah, I'm looking it up on Wikipedia right now. And that's actually true. Wow.
Yeah. True facts.
Yeah, was that a true combo right there?
I think so. I'm almost positive. And Chia, of course, her incantations is where she derives her power.
I don't even know what I'm watching right now.
If you hear that in the background, that is in fact Chia calling forth the power of the Elder Gods in order to aid her in Smash.
All right, we're getting fancy now.
Oh my gosh! The up B with the
L and a
clown
taunt.
car and then the taunt. Who can blame her?
So
Certainly not I.
F Smash is super safe, and neutral B is super safe in this matchup. So
Yeah,
like
true.
I was just doing that, and like Ragnar couldn't do anything.
I mean, what the thing is that Wendy. Now, of course, Wendy can do that against every character because she's omnipotent.
She's the best
and all-
character in the game.
She is all powerful. All hail Wendy.
Yeah.
Hashtag all hail Wendy. But at the same time, you legally have to say it twice on this island.
Yeah.
Or else you are just put into the basement. Anyway, that's the whole thing, though, is the fact that it is just a super safe maneuver. We're talking about the game aspect of it. You can just kind of throw F Smash out there, and that's been the case ever since Smash 4.
Yeah,
Mitch.
woo, nice game. And same thing with down air. If down air connects, it pretty much auto cancels, and you can do something. See how quickly that down tilt came out? You can pretty much do whatever you want. So if it doesn't connect, it's still a safe option to use. Even if you whiff to get away, you're gonna have plenty of frames of the first active frame is like pretty quick after that move is done, if that makes sense.
Zant, of course, his psychic power is doing nothing to stop the onslaught of Chia, who, of course,
Cannot
organize this
Jab's gonna
tournament
do
to
it.
the death. And there we go, the taunt right back as well. Zant, the hubris of the man.
Yeah. They took out taunting, but they gave us like crawls and stuff, so we can do like those kind of taunts. Crouch taunt. I'm actually
looking for these strings of up airs, throwing out all these aerials until the jab comes out from Zant. Could Zant make the comeback here?
just having a boxing match now.
Absolutely. Oh, apparently.
Try hard on that.
Yeah, the gloves don't knock away a cannonball.
Yeah.
Note to self.
I mean, that's coming out. It must be coming out really forcefully because that blocked,
Uh-oh.
Tilt.
Ooh. Oh, looking for the clown car kill. Not finding it. The up smash, not quite. Oh, good shield pressure, but...
See how safe that move is?
Yeah, it really
Down
is.
air. The ledge trump. The whiff. The Gimp.
Oh, what
It's
a gift.
game. It's still a game.
And just like that, Zant, he could come back and do this. Is it time for Zant to make this comeback?
Right in the
and it's
basement.
over.
Ooh, that hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a drill to the face. What do you want?
All right, well, here she is, best character in the game.
Absolutely.
Is that
Yeah, we just saw.
was that 2-0?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I think that was 2-0.
Yeah, no, it totally was.
Yeah.
What else can you say? But I mean, she's a pretty incredible player.
I mean, I have to play against her next, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, wish me luck, please.
No, absolutely right. No, I mean, well, you can bend space and time to your will, and you're asking for luck.
Yes.
Okay.
Call luck right now.
No. Oh, okay. No, the dude.
Yeah.
We have grand finals coming up between Chia and Moosh the Moosh, the time bender, the space bender.
Oh yeah,
The only other person with psychic powers on this island besides me.
Absolutely, folks. We are here for the grand finals of this tournament on this remote island just south of Japan, and this asbestos-laden shed that Moosh somehow bought with, I believe it wasn't even money, it wasn't American dollars. I believe he said it was 40 rubles, a camel, and a prom.
There's a reason why he had this game 4 weeks in advance, has been mentally preparing for this Wendy Invitational, for this Wendy Ditto for Wendy for months now. He's been mentally preparing, he learned how to go through time, and then he had the game and has just been practicing non-stop since then.
Absolutely, and folks, who is going to win this? Chia or Moosh? Who will be crowned the best Wendy player on Earth and therefore the best Smash player alive? Folks, it's time to crown the best player alive. Welcome to Grand Finals here at the Wendy Invitational.
Yes, we have Moosh in the red and Chia in the blue.
So the question is now, and of course we know by now, Moosh, winner of Evo at 2021 after beating Zero 4-0 in a best of 5 set.
Yeah,
Somehow.
and also turning the tides against Ragnite even after the Dream Sequence loss.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, bending time itself to his favor and turning what was once a loss into a win, which was just absolutely nuts to think about. And folks, if you don't believe us, go ahead and follow Moosh on Twitter @StuTheAnnouncer.
There's no better way to see the strength of these two than on this perfect matchup of Wendy versus Wendy. You can tell that they are both equally skilled. They both are going for so many good options.
Absolutely, just throwing out those F smashes. Which of course
And that
Wendy-
trying to see Moosh side being, Chia does a beam, just neutral B, trying to catch that side B.
Wendy, of course, objectively the best character in the game. Definitely the best Koopa Kid by virtue of her drills being the only drills that are actually sponsored officially. Black & Decker.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
good for her. Yeah, you know what? That's her hustle. I'm not about to judge.
You get that money. You also get the better hitboxes, the better knockback compared to your siblings. And so,
Yeah.
I don't see why Wendy would ever sink so low to even try an Koopa Kid.
This basically just became an unpaid endorsement for Black & Decker with the way that you described it. But no, Black & Decker does not actually pay us, although they probably legally should
With
have to.
the
by
way
now.
this shed's put together, I'm sure Moose used nothing but Black & Decker.
Black & Decker asbestos? Is that what you're saying right now? Because
course.
I'm pretty sure we're coming away with some sort of disease.
This asbestos-laden shed.
Yeah.
It is strong. It is sturdy. We are somehow stuck here beyond the end of this tournament. But we know we're in a safe place on this island.
Exactly. No, we know that we at least know for a fact that the styrofoam that we've been burning is keeping us warm, and we appreciate it for that. But
And it's helping us breathe so well.
yeah, exactly. It really helps clear your head, and by clear your head, I mean accidentally get you high. Even though that might not just be styrofoam, that might have been whatever was laced on it when we found it.
So, what we have here is a very close match. Again, between the two best Wendy's in the world. Undoubtedly. With my match against Chia, with Moosh's match against Ragnite, where he changed the flow of time he played so well.
Yeah, no, absolutely right.
We are seeing the strength of these two.
Absolutely, the sheer willpower and guts, and the occasional. What in the world is that clown car doing to that other clown car? This is like a clown car mating dance that we're seeing here.
Exactly. You never know, but you just know you got to impress.
What we see next may not be appropriate for YouTube. We certainly apologize if that's the case. And all right,
we're seeing these strong side Bs from both players, both trying to just catch them and get that last final blow.
Yeah, the wand being broken out for that killing blow, and at 67%, you got to think that Chia might have a bit of an uphill climb. But if anyone can take down Moosh, it's probably Chia, who once again, I mean, not only destroyer of governments but devourer of worlds.
Of course, if anyone could be something that can bend space and someone who can bend space and time, it is a devourer of worlds.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course, as we know, Chia wound up changing time to make herself the hero of Final Fantasy VII.
Of course.
And so Chia, of course, when she beat Sephiroth, I mean, she survived the supernova. What do you want?
You can't ask any more. Took down a government, changed the course of history, survived the supernova.
And perhaps the greatest honor of all, the best Wendy main on the planet.
Probably. I mean, Moosh, though, is putting up a argument to take that away from her.
Yes. Oh my
putting up
gosh.
the strong fight, has the lead, and just one slight hit from him can change the course of time right now.
Yeah, all of those cannonballs being thrown out, and the wand is going to do it. Moosh goes up 1-0. Is he the best Wendy alive?
Such a strong player, Moosh.
No, what we saw from Moosh was pretty impressive. Remember that one time when he killed Chia with the thing?
The wand.
I'm pretty lightheaded right now. I'm right next to the styrofoam.
3, 2, 1, go!
What we got? They're bring it back to the only proper Super Mario Brothers stage to play, as every other one that Wendy could possibly play on is just not possible for human eyes to see.
Exactly. This, of course, being the song that Chia played on the loudspeakers as she felled the Soviet government in 1991. This was the song that liberated Russia.
And it still strikes fear in the heart of humans today.
Exactly. I mean, when they hear this, you know that stuff is going down. The reason that we're doing this on a remote island is so that people don't find themselves in a precarious situation when hearing this, because this song has meant the destruction of whole societies and men and of leaders of all sorts.
Of course, there's
elected and otherwise.
We start out with this amazing large bracket, and there's a good reason why it's thinned out to just these four in the finals.
Absolutely, mostly because, well, first of all, way to pat yourself on the back. Secondly, is probably because of the innate powers that they hold, controlling space and time itself, and the power to absorb David Blaine's essence and basically become him, as Moosh did, as we all know. Where he famously broke into David Blaine's house and started feeding his dogs for 2 weeks until David Blaine's dogs loved him and not David Blaine anymore.
Of course. And we're getting this strong match. We still, Moosh, yet again, taking this early lead. Chia, well, Moosh is within kill percentage. Chia can easily take this stock. And then, knowing her powers, she can definitely take that next stock fairly easily, no matter what percentage she's at.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, Wendy, with the plethora of kill options that she has, including that clown car. Oh my goodness gracious.
It was so strong that the map couldn't even understand where Moosh went.
Exactly. I mean, it was Wendy turns every map into Chaco Mountain, more or less. No, what was it? Yoshi's Island. The course from Mario Kart 64. The confusing one.
You're
Folks,
talking about.
I'm not an omnipotent god of time and space. I'm not Moosh, okay? We only wish that we were. We all do.
Both these players taking it a bit slower now, trying to keep their lead. Chia trying to make her claim and take this next game by playing it slow, adding on that damage. But Moosh just somehow always able to control the projectiles on stage. Somehow always able to get that damage.
Well, I mean, again, the ability to slow down and even stop time. We don't know what happens when we see him move like that. He could very well just be moving while everything else is at a stasis and I mean, he can somehow stop the flow of the river that is time and space itself. We don't know exactly what he does in those moments, but one thing is for sure, he is an awfully good competitor.
Yeah, we've only been allowed to see what Moosh has allowed us to see. And just luckily, she has been able to somehow make her way through that mess to even get as close as it is now.
And Moosh has Chia down to her last stock. Is this the end? Well, what consequences will be wrought as a result of Chia potentially losing this? What governments could fall at the hands of the mighty warrior goddess Chia?
What's going to happen to this island that we're on?
Oh my gosh,
Will she
that's right.
escape? Will Moosh escape?
Will we escape?
It's all raw to mystery. And it's all just down to how Moosh allows this to progress.
We are feeling the ground shake beneath us. We're pretty sure that's because Chia is angry, although we could very well also be on a fault line.
It's hard to tell. We are on this remote island. We are on this
poorly made shack, which is clearly going to fall on us at any second.
Ooh.
A forward smash,
And Moosh takes it.
Moosh does it. Goodness gracious, no time travel needed here. He wins it 2-0. Moosh is officially the best Smash player alive.
Moosh, as just allowing us to see this victory. Chia allowing us to live after this victory.
It's pretty special stuff.
It's been a fantastic moment to watch this. This was a great invitational.
I'm Stu the announcer.
I'm Zant.
What? Oh no! Wait a second.
I'm calling it off. I'm calling it off. What? Didn't you see I won?
Yeah,
Didn't I?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, she did.
Didn't I?
That was an amazing set from Chia. I don't know how she won that. It was incredible to see.
Moosh's time control power, his ability to control space and time.
No,
Somehow.
it was a little amazing. Not going to lie, I can't read this.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Send help. Please help.
We're stuck on
Folks.
this island and we can't escape.
Absolutely. I'm Stu the announcer. Send help, please, for the love of God.
I'm Zant. It's been wonderful to commentate this Wendy Invitational Grand Finals.
Absolutely, and we will hopefully see you next time here at the Wendy Invitational. We're gonna die, aren't we?
Of course.
All right.